First thing I'm gonna do is put on my sweatpants. These are just a pair of old sweats that I didn't like the fit of and I didn't mind cutting up, and that's what you want to get. So on my sweats, I'm gonna mark the length that I want my shorts to be, but I'm gonna add like a couple inches, maybe 1 or 2 inches extra, because we're gonna do a little bit of folding to add on. So laying my sweats flat on the floor, I'm gonna take a ruler and something to mark it with, and I'm gonna extend the line that I made while I had the shorts on, and I'm gonna do that on both legs of the sweats. Make sure the line's as straight as possible, and just make sure your fabric is flat as you do so. The next thing I'm going to do is take my scissors and get ready to cut the sweats. We're going to cut along the line that we just made with our ruler. So we're going to lay the fabric flat on the ground and get ready to cut. I'm just straightening out my fabric here so there's no like bumps or whatever. I'm going to cut along the line as straight as possible. I had a lot of difficulty doing this, so I did end up switching the method. When I tried to do this, it was not straight on both sides, so I do not advise folding it in half first. As you can see, I had struggle really trying to cut through both of them at the same time. My scissors were kind of bad, so I just separated the fabric and started cutting it individually and mimicked that to the other side. And the next step I took was to put on my shorts to check on the length and to see my progress so far. So in this clip, I don't really know what I was trying to do, but I did know that I wanted to leave it as a raw edge, but it didn't really look good because the shorts are kind of tight onto my skin, and the raw edge really only looks good when it's kind of baggy. So I was just testing and I was trying to see if it would work, but it really didn't work, so I didn't like that at all. Next up, grabbing my shorts and laying them flat on the ground, and I grabbed an iron. I made the fold on the shorts at least an inch thick, and I rolled them up at least 3 times, making sure to flatten it out as I go. Next, I repeated that onto the other side until I was satisfied. After doing that, I grabbed my iron and just pressed down onto the fabric so that it could stay. I did that on both sides. I took my sweet time with ironing this because I was a little bit paranoid and I wanted to make sure that it was going to stay because I didn't know what the next step was going to be at this point. After that, I flipped it over and did that to the back side of the shorts, and I repeated that and took my sweet time again just to make sure, just to be safe. The next step that I took was I grabbed my fabric glue and I was getting ready to glue it down. There are different methods that you can use, but I chose fabric glue, and you could, if you have a sewing machine, that is also a very good option, and I've ended up finding out that is the better option to sew it down. So I just took my fabric glue and put it right on the edge really closely at the top of the fold, and I just ran that along the straight line of the fold. After placing it at the top of the fold, I just laid it flat and applied a little bit of pressure just to hold it down for the moment. I repeated that on the other side. Once I was done with the back side, I flipped the shorts over and repeated the same step, making sure to put the glue at the top of the fold and applying pressure as I go. I had a lot of struggle getting the glue out of the bottle, so you can see me struggling right here. Something important to add is to make sure that you're applying pressure as you go, as you put the glue down, and make sure you put it all over in the little corners of the shorts as well, because I almost forgot to do that. The final step is just to apply pressure all over to re-put the glue and put extra glue as needed. So this is the final product. This was pretty simple, something basic that I just wanted to try for my first video, and I really hope you guys like it. This is something easy to try with an old pair of sweats that you have, and thank you for watching.